What is up, everyone? I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. As we know, Ben Affleck's Batman movie was cancelled. It was supposed to have Deathstroke as the villain, and he would kill someone Bruce loves. But what if that wasn't the case? What if the movie wasn't cancelled? Let's find out. Our story starts 5 years prior. Batman chases after the Joker, who is laughing hysterically. We see a boy's body on the ground. It looks like Robin. Batman is in the Batwing asking Alfred what happened. What happened here? Alfred says he doesn't know how best to describe it. Suddenly, Batman sees that a bomb is going off with Robin in there. He jumps, but it's too late. Robin blows up, and Batman is stuck outside the warehouse, clutching his son's dead body. In the present, Bruce wakes up. It was just a dream, but he knows it happened 5 years ago. He lost Jason to the Joker. His mouth is riddled with pain and sorrow. He grabs a beer to make himself feel better, but it doesn't help. It just makes him feel worse as he wanders around his house, trying to figure out what to do. We cut to the Arkham Asylum, where one of the inmates is being questioned by a strange man wearing a hood. His face is covered, and he says he has questions. The man asks what questions he wants, and he says, "The Batman." Before the inmate can do anything, his throat is slit, and then the man walks out of the asylum, saying that it's time for him to get what he was due. The next day, Bruce Wayne is still staring at that picture of Robin. They were so close together, but then he lost him. He lost the one thing that he cared about, and he's not ready to grieve. Bruce's arc throughout this whole movie will be about him trying to deal with Jason's death. And Alfred says he's going to have to just move on. There wasn't anything he could have done. Bruce says that's not true. He should have been there. But Alfred says he should go out and be Bruce Wayne more, go to parties, go to events to let the pain go away, and Bruce hesitantly agrees. A few more minutes forward, Bruce is at a Wayne Enterprises party, putting on the facade of being a brilliant billionaire playboy to direct suspicion away, but inside he is still hurting. However, someone is watching Bruce, and he can sense it, but he assumes it's nothing. The same assassin from earlier is talking to the corrupt mayor, Hamilton Hill, asking if their plan was successful. Hill says that they can't talk here, but the other police commissioners aren't allowing them to continue their operations to the public. The assassin says he's useless to him and then stabs the mayor through the throat, killing him. He then walks away. The next day, Commissioner Gordon is in his office when he hears there's someone here to see him. And the same assassin comes and tells Jim Gordon that his name is Slade Wilson. And he wants to ask him some questions about the Batman. Gordon will answer his questions, but he'll deny that he has any involvement with him. The assassin will say that he knows a good liar when he sees one, but he doesn't want to kill him. He has other business to conclude, and he then walks away. Bruce later's in the Batcave, and Alfred asks him what he thinks about the mayor's murder. Bruce says he's running prints on a special type of gun that was used. He's never seen it before, but when they trace it, he'll know. We see the assassin entering a bar where he talks to a man named Dr. Jonathan Crane, saying he wants one of his best formulas. And Jonathan says this one will induce great fear, and the assassin says that one will be perfect for him. Commissioner Gordon lights up the bat signal, and Batman dives down, asking why he wanted to see him. Gordon explains that this man named Slade Wilson is investigating him. Batman remarks to himself that the name Slade Wilson seems familiar, but it's not a concern. He tells Gordon that they need to focus on what happened to the mayor. Gordon says they're having forensics trace his blood tissue and how they can find it. Batman says he needs access to all the mayor's files, business dealings. Gordon says he'll see what he can do, but the DA might not be so accommodating. Bruce is in the Batcave, and he opens the computer when a picture of Jason's death records go out, showing he is still haunted by his death. But Bruce then sees and then looks up the name Slade Wilson and finds that he was a former U.S. agent in the military until he apparently died in some experiment. But then why would he still be alive? Bruce then finds some encrypted files of his death. The public wanted to keep it secret, but he did die in a lethal experiment. But that confuses Bruce why he's still alive. And he tells Alfred to email the files to Gordon and that he's going out again. Batman is going out, but he sees that someone else turned on the bat signal, and this intrigues him. He then goes to the roof where he is attacked by a gang of mercenaries. Batman easily attacks them and lets all his rage and anger out. We haven't seen Batman fight for much this movie yet, so we're gonna let out all the pain that is still bottled up about losing Jason. He beats them, brutalizes them, but finally their leader shoots a rifle at Batman. It's Slade, and he says to call him Deathstroke, and a fight ensures. Deathstroke stabs Batman in the neck, temporarily paralyzing him. He says he wants him to see that he is behind the mayor's death, everything happening in Gotham, and he calls him Bruce before throwing him off the rooftop. Bruce is on the floor with his mask off. This is the only time he's really been defeated. And then explosives sent by Slade set fire to the building. Batman goes in to save the hostages, and there's nothing he can do. Slade then makes up a fake story to Gordon about how Batman is responsible, and he set fire to the building, and he orders Gordon to make a Batman task force to catch him. Gordon refuses, but Slade says his superiors will fire him if he doesn't, and he is forced to agree. I want the next part of the film to be sort of a depression story. Batman started the movie with losing Jason. Now he's lost the city, the support of everyone who cared about him because of Deathstroke, who somehow hates him. And this will be Bruce's letting all his anger out, explaining how it was all his fault. But Alfred must explain to him that it isn't his fault. He is a hero. He made a mistake, and he needs to move forward with it. And so, this will be Bruce's comeback story. He puts back on his cowl and swings into action. Despite the hate of the police and everything, Batman will defeat Deathstroke, Slade, and put him behind bars, although Slade will reveal nothing about what his agenda toward him is or who his employers are. But he does confess to all the crimes he committed, so Batman earns the support. And the film ends on a high note, with the city loving him again, and he is somehow moved on from Jason's death. However, we get a post-credit scene where Slade is in Arkham, and a mysterious stranger visits him. He tells him to hush, and says that Bruce Wayne has no idea what's in store for Gotham.